1 minute, I will open the document.
ఎందుకవి ఈ సైడ్ కలదు కళ్ళు
Is my screen is visible? Hello?
ఉందమ్మా
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we have to synchronize. The master data synchronization means like whatever the data like we have configured into the SAP, that is like a vendor account group as well as BP account group we have created separately. And we have given the number ranges also separately. We have created and assigned the number ranges to them. So synchronizing means like we are integrating. So we are clubbing together with the configuration of the vendor account group as well as BP group. So we are clubbing together, synchronizing. So if you see here, these are the steps we have to perform. /n SPRO, SAP project reference object. If you see this screen, customizing, we are doing the customizing and executing the project. How to execute the project is means like you just see here SAP reference IMG. IMG is nothing but an implementation guide. We are implementing the project. We are doing the configuration into system. Through implementation guidelines has been given by the SAP. So we have to follow the guidelines implementation. We are implementing now. So we have to follow the guidelines. So in order to follow these guidelines, we have to click over here. And if you see here, the cross application component, and you can see this document simultaneously, you can do it. Cross application component and SAP business partner master data synchronization. SAP cross application component, SAP business partner, SAP business partner. And this master data synchronization should be there. Yes, master data synchronization. This is the one. If you see here, we are doing customer vendor integration. Customer or vendor oblique means in that you have to go and you have to select the business partner again. And here you have to go for the setting for vendor integration we are doing. Just click here and you have to go with the assign keys and you have to define number assignment for the direction VP to vendor. If you see this step is there. So we have gone with the cross application component, SAP business partner, master data synchronization, synchronization control, customer or vendor integration, business partner settings, settings for vendor integration or customer integration. So we have to go with the vendor only. So field assignment for the vendor. Assign key, define number assignment for the direction BP2 vendor. We are going to do the vendor. Just execute it. Yes, if you execute it, so what we are to see here, what we have done. 1 minute. This is the one. BP row, BP define the number assignment to direction to BP vendor. Just execute it. It just asking. So these are many people has been integrated with the vendor account group with the BP group vendor. So if you see here, this is the synchronization they have integrated with the both the things clubbing together, and we have to go with the new entries. And what is our group? BP group. Yesterday we have created TMDO.
TMDU.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the BP group we have created, and we are clubbing together like BP group and vendor account group. So vendor account group also I'm taken as same without confusion. So system automatically come the domestic vendor for TM10. So just press enter. If you press Already entry exists with the same key. What we have to do? BP group we have to change. Why? Because yesterday we have done this one. Yesterday did we finish this? 1 minute. TMDO is showing. TMDO. Yes, TMDO is there. So we have done yesterday. I think I have been done. Like I have given the TMDO and TMDO press enter and I have saved it. That's the thing. We have to do the integration of the vendor account group by the BP group by synchronizing the data. Means clubbing together. We are telling the system this is the BP group for this particular vendor account group has been assigned. So this is the thing we have to do. After that, what we have to do is like we have to go and we have to create the vendor master. How to create the vendor master? What do you mean by vendor master? We have to do in this from this step. Yesterday we have done up to here transaction code BP. So in SAP S/4HANA, business partner is the leading object and single entry point to maintain the business partner, whether maybe a customer or supplier. Means single entry point means if you want to create any master data of the vendor, you can create in the single entry. Like if you go and view the BP, there you can create the vendor master data. And if you want to create the customer master data also, you can go with the BP transaction code and you have to create over there. How the system knows that whether you are creating the vendor or customer? So there is the roles. Yesterday I explained about the roles. In that roles, if you choose the role, then you can the system will understand that particular role you are creating for the non-PO invoice vendor or invoice vendor. So if you see here in SAP S/4HANA, business partner is a leading object and single entry point to maintain the business partner, customer or and supplier. So we are talking about the supplier, formerly known as vendor. So master data, business partner allows maintenance of multiple address with the corresponding address usages. What do you mean by master data of the particular vendor? Anybody? What do you mean by master data?
All the sensitive information about the specific supplier.
Who has changed this language into Hindi? Rinku, did you change the language in Hindi?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
For your sake. Okay. Yes. So what I'm okay. So the master data consisting of which data? Master data means master data means what? Tell me.
Master data means all the sensitive information about the supplier.
Very good, very
His
good.
place, name.
We are getting invoice from the supplier. In the supplier giving the invoice for us. In that invoice, what is the mentioned? All the details in the invoice is called the details of the supplier that we are considering into master data. So why we have to create the master data means like in our books of accounts we need the master data. If we won't have the master data for whom we are booking the invoice, for whom you are paying the doing the payment and all those things should be needed. So system, you have to enter the master data into the system. So the master data consisting of, now we are talking about the vendor master data consisting of, by seeing the vendor invoice, we will be seeing the vendor name, vendor details, general data, you can see address, a phone number, and what are the tax number is there, you can see tax number. And if you see here, invoice amount. what services he has been given, and bank details and terms of payment, all consisting of the details of the vendor, we will be considering as a master data. So in order to maintain the master data in our books of accounts, we have to create one master data for the each and every vendor. So how we will be creating the vendor master means like by seeing the invoice, we have to create the individual master data for the individual vendor. If you are having n number of vendors, we have to create first time, we have to create the master data of the particular vendor. So then only the end user can keep on posting the transaction for the particular vendor, they can post. So for that, what we are going to do is like we are going to create the master data. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why we have to create the master data again? So for the sake of booking the invoice into a books of account, so we need the master data of the particular vendor. If we get any invoice from the particular vendor, so the user will be choosing the supplier number and he will be creating whatever he want to do, like a debit or credit, he will do against the type of the transaction. Whether it may be a invoice means what is the accounting entry for this? Like if you have been received the services from KK and Co for RS 50,000. Tell me anybody. What I'm asking is like you got the invoice from the auditor firm that you have been rendered the services for audit fee that is 30,000. So what will be the accounting entry? How you book in in books of your accounts? You have to tell Rinko
Yes.
accounting entry.
So audit fees, David,
Hmm.
and bank accounts credit.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm not talking about the payment. I'm talking about the invoice on credit basis we have taken. So what will be the accounting entry?
Cash account data to account receivable.
No. Cash account won't come into picture. Rupa, tell me.
Okay, bank account.
No.
Bank account debit to vendor account credit, sir.
No. I'm not asking the payment. Just I want to book the invoice. I want to post the invoice in our books of account. On credit basis, he has been given. Vendor given the services for us. After services, he will sending the invoice to us. So we have to post the invoice in our books of accounts. What will be the accounting entry? Purchase services from the vendor, 30,000. Huh? What?
Sir, don't remember, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What, Jigjasa, what is the accounting entry?
I think I have to practice the GL account again now.
That's not a big deal. It's like you are telling the payment entry. No, I'm telling before payment we are posting the transaction. No, for that before payment, if you get invoice on credit basis, what will be the credit? Whatever the expenses you are taking the services from the vendor will be debit, and whatever the
Credit.
who has been given the credit period, like supplier name should be credit, means like audit fee expenses is debit and KK and Co is credit. Why? Because we are taking into credit. After getting credit, we post the invoice into our books of accounts, and after that, what we have to do? We have to do the payment against the invoice. While doing the payment, what will be the accounting entry? KK and Co is the debit. KK and Co is debit. Okay, KK and
Expense
Co
will
is
be
debit
credit.
and what? Yeah, and bank will be the credit. Why? Because amount is gone through the bank. That's the accounting entry for the payment. Okay. So what I'm saying is like, I just want to put it in the chat box. So for suppose invoice has been got from the vendor. At the time he has allowed the 30 days of credit period. So we have to post the transaction in our books of accounts. That is nothing but audit fee account debit for 30,000 to what? KK and Co. The supplier name is credit for 30,000. This is the accounting entry for invoice posting in books of account. That is vendor invoice. Vendor invoice posting. So vendor payment, we are doing the vendor payment. Vendor payment means what? KK and Co is debit. Why? Because we are paying to KK and Co. Okay. So after that, what we have to do? To credit. The amount has been gone through the bank. Bank is credit. 30. Understood? Understood or not? Accounting entries. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Understood? Rupa, understood? Rupa? Okay. So
Sir,
what we are,
sir, there is a network failure, sir. It's in between, so.
okay, in the message box, I have written this accounting entry just to see once. Okay. So now what we are going to do is like in order to post the transaction, we want the data. Data means vendor data, vendor master data we need. So we have to create the vendor master data. How to create the vendor master data is like think about the transaction code BP. Now what we are going to do /n. I want to come back and I will show you without any confusions for you. Just come back. Again, I want to go with this and I want to log into the system. Just like how to give the user ID over here and password. Just press enter. If you see here, /n BP is the transaction code. That is nothing but a business partner. In business partner, we are going to create the vendor master. So how to create the vendor master means like you have to see right now we are to BP and the screen was appearing in front of the screen. So if you see here, you have to go with the organization. And if you go for the organization, so if you see here, create in BP group, BP role. Yesterday we have been discussed about the BP role. BP role determines the which type of vendor it is like. If you see here, so many BP roles has been created by so many users. As I told you yesterday, we have to go with this one. Predefined one given by the SAP, that is FLV and 00, that is FI vendor. FI vendor is nothing but non-PO invoice, only services we are rendering from the particular vendor, so that the system will understand. If you opt this as like a role FLV and 00, so if you see here grouping which was created by us, you have to choose like TMDO, we have chosen. This is the one, no? So TMDO PP grouping for TM10. So you have to choose the role. So by choosing this role, FLV and 00 is the role is predefined by the SAP for only non-PO invoices. That is any service-oriented finance accounting vendors, means we have to choose this role. And grouping, you have to give whatever the grouping you have done with the BP grouping, that grouping should be given here. So we have given. So after that, if we have to give the title here, company, and what is the vendor name, you have to create one vendor. So you have to get one, you are creating the vendor master. Or suppose you got one vendor invoice, in that vendor invoice you came to know that vendor name and vendor data. If you see here, yesterday I told you the general data and company code. General data and company code. In general data we are in, so in general data consisting of name, address, phone numbers, and all those things you have to give. What are the required fields over here? You have to fill all the fields over here. If you see here, what is the name of the vendor? So you got the invoice, you are creating, now you are creating the vendor master. Vendor master consisting of general data, name, address, phone number, which city, which region, which country, and all the things we have to give mandate fields over here. So if you see here, just give the vendor name here. I am giving the vendor name as PNP Associates. And you have to give the here some, you have to give what are the mandate fields is there you can give. So I am giving here again PNP. So if you see here, street name, which street name? Park Street, and 12th Cross Road. And postal code, you have to give 6 characters. You have to give the postal code. By seeing the invoice, you will be knowing the postal code over there. For an instance, I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a postal code. So if suppose like a country in India, you are purchasing from India. So region, India, which region, you can choose from the regions over here. What are the regions are there? Like you can go with the Andhra Pradesh 01. If you go for the Meghalaya and all those things, by choosing there, it will be taken into consideration. And post box is there. You can give postal code, company postal code, and all those things you can give. So language, I will give English. English is the language. These are the mandate fields we have to fill initially. If you want to fill again these fields and all, you can fill based on the invoice provided by the vendor. The data is available in the vendor invoice. By seeing the vendor invoice, we came to know that vendor name, vendor address, postal code, which region, and all the things has been mentioned in the vendor invoice. So we have finished the general data. Just I am moving to the company code. If I move to the company code, it is grayed out. Means we are in the screen of the company code screen. So general data we have filled. General data consisting of the address of the vendor and all the credentials we have to give in the general data of this particular vendor, and company code data consisting of for which company code you are creating this vendor. So you have to give or your company code TM10 and just press enter. If you press enter, if you see here, the reconciliation account has been there. Yesterday, we have created the reconciliation account. Just link this reconciliation account to this particular vendor. And after that, vendor payment transactions. Payment transactions, like you have to do the 0001 immediate payment. 0001 is nothing but a pay immediate. So for an instance, so terms of payment will be having one class. In the terms of payment, how to create the terms of payment and how to assign to the vendor master, I will explain. Just now, right now, what we are doing is like we want to post one vendor invoice. So what we are going to do is like we are creating the vendor master. So While creating the vendor master, in general data, we have given all the things like general addresses of the vendor name and all those things we have given. We have shifted to the company code data. In company code data, it will be mentioning that for which company code you are creating this vendor. Just I will ask. So for our company code, you have to go TM10. And reconciliation account, you have to link to the reconciliation account we have created as a GL account. That reconciliation vendor reconciliation account has been linked over here. So if you see here, we have linked over here reconciliation account. After that, we have given the 0001 as predefined by the SAP, that is the payable immediate unit. Okay, just save it. Business partner 184 created, means BP number 184 and supplier 7. So these are the two numbers has been generated. It is generated by the BP group. We have given the number range. We have assigned to the number range. No, from that number range, it has been taken into the BP number. And supplier means account group. While creating the account group, we have assigned the number range. From that number range, it has been fetched the number of the supplier. So 184 is the BP part, BP number, and supplier is 7. You have to write it down in the chart box for the reference. BP number, what is the BP number? 184. And what is this? Like supplier number 7. Okay. These two has been generated by the system from which we have assigned, we have given the number ranges and assigned the number ranges to particular things. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, I want to create
Yes,
one
sir.
more vendor master. How to create the vendor master is nothing but /n BP. Just press enter, /n BP, press enter, and it will go to the BP screen. Organization. In organization, you have to select the role. FLV and 00 we can use. So TMDO is a grouping BP group, create. And what you are going to do is like title is like company. And again, I am going for Prasad and Prasad Associates. So for that, here also I in search term like Prasad. I'm giving Prasad and Prasad. So this is the one. If you see here the street, which street is belongs to, which belongs to Dwarka. Dwarka. And postal code, I'm giving here like this. And in which country? In India. So in India, in which state? And you can opt from here like Gujarat. Come down, English, language English. If you want to fill all those things, you can fill. This is the general data. Go to the company code data. For which company code you are creating? I'm creating for TM10. And just press enter. And again, it's asking reconciliation account. We are linking the reconciliation account. This is the reconciliation account. Just press enter. What is the purpose of reconciliation account? Whatever the reconciliation account which was created by us as a GL account for vendor reconciliation account, while creating the vendor master, we are linking that reconciliation account for each and every vendor. So right now, second vendor we are creating, second vendor also same AP reconciliation account we assigned to this particular vendor master. So likewise, so many vendors are there while creating the vendor master. For each and every vendor master, we creating the reconciliation account. So management asks for the total accounts payable outstanding amount, means we can go with the individual reconciliation account created by us for vendor reconciliation account and retrieve the data. And with this ledger, all the amount, what are the amount is outstanding for all the vendors, it comes under one place. So if you see here, vendor payment 0001. Just press enter and you have to save it. Okay, 185. Earlier one like we have created the supplier is 184. Now we have created 185 and supplier number 7. Now it is 8. Likewise, in sequence, if you keep on creating the vendor masters, means like it is +1 +1 +1 +1. It will be go on increasing. So right now we have created two vendors. Correct? Slash
Yes,
n
sir.
xk 03 is to see the suppliers. For this company code, how many suppliers are there? If you want to see, just put a tick mark over here. PNP associates, Prasadhan Prasad associates, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Where we are? My network is something is problem. So that where we are, what we are doing.
We are seeing the supplier list.
Hmm. We have created the supplier, correct? Supplier master, vendor master, correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to post one transaction. 1 minute. Yes. So how to post the transaction? What is the key code? How to post the transaction?
So please share your screen, sir.
Uh,
Yes.
how to post the transaction? Any idea? Okay. So now we have to perform the end user transaction. So how to do the end user transaction means like we have done the configuration, we have done the master data, and now we are going to do the transaction data. So transaction data is nothing but a end user task. So we have done ready the data to post the transaction by the end user. So how to post the transaction by the end user, we are going to see right now. So if you see here, this is the easy access screen. Means like as I told you that this is the screen can be used by the end users. They are keep on posting the transaction with respect to the functional module, and they will keep on posting the transaction. So if you see here, we are going for the accounting, accounting, financial accounting.
Hannah, ఏం చదువుతున్నా పని చదువుతున్నా ఎందుకు ఎక్కువ కూర్చున్నావు
Yes. So we are going to do the one accounting entry, that is nothing but a posting of vendor invoice. How to post the vendor invoice in SAP means like this is the end user tax, and we can call it the transaction data. Transaction data is nothing but like a posting of transaction with respect to the document type, which type of transaction you are going to post day to day into a business activity. So what we are going to do is like we have finished with the general ledger. Now we are into accounts payable. Go to the accounts payable. In that accounts payable document entry, we are posting the document. So FB60 is the transaction code posting of invoice, vendor invoice. So you can either you click double click over here and it will move to the screen, this screen, and or else if you can go with this transaction code also. Directly you can do the transaction code FB50. So /n, you have to prefix slash and FB50. FB60. Press enter. So if you see here, this is the screen was appears. If you go directly with the FB60, the screen will appears over here, or else you can go with the path. You will be seeing the same screen. So if you see here, this is the document header we can call as. This is the document header. Document header consisting of supplier, invoice date, posting date, document type, which type of document we are going to post, and what amount we are going to post. And if anything else, like you can see the text means nothing but a narration. Are you getting? This is the document header.
Yes.
Document header consisting of like we are going to post one vendor invoice. This is the enter vendor invoice. We got the invoice from the vendor and we are ready to post the transaction in this screen. So this screen is visible in front of the in front of you that to view the such credentials like supplier and invoice date and the posting date, and the document type has been predefined by the SAP by opening this like a transaction FB60 is nothing but like system is telling that document type is KR. KR means what? If you see here document type KR. KR means vendor invoice. K stands for always vendor. R stands for invoice. So KR means vendor invoice. If you see here, we are entering the vendor invoice. And you make sure that we have done the configuration for our company code as TM10. If you see here, ADMT is other company code has been there. So instead of how to change the company code over here means click over here company code, and if you see the company code here, you have to change the company code for company code TM10. And you make sure that your company code should be there. Why? Because like some other people will be posting the in their respective company code. So usually if you want to change the company code, you just press here company code and just for which company code you are going to post the transaction, that company code should be given over here. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, TM10. So you supplier, how many vendors? Suppliers means vendors only, no? So how many vendors you have been created under this company code? That many vendors will be list will come over here if you click here. So company code for which company code TM10, just put a tick mark over here, and you can see the list of vendors which was being created under this company code. It will be appears in front of your screen. Out of that vendors, what for which vendor you are going to post the invoice, you have to opt the particular vendor. So these are the two vendors which was created by us, PNP Associates and Prasad and Prasad. So I want to select this PNP Associates, and that is the supplier number 7. And what do you mean by invoice date and what do you mean by posting date? You have to tell. It's very easy.
Invoice date is invoice is created invoice sent by the supplier.
Hmm. Posting date.
On which date we posting the entry in
Hmm.
our user.
Posting date is nothing but when we are going to post the transaction is called posting date.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct? Am I correct? Shall we pause the transaction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we have to give the invoice date. I'm giving that today's date is the invoice date 06/2025. Okay. So amount, how much amount you have been received the invoice? Invoice amount you have to write it down. I for suppose 10,000 has been. Text. Text is nothing but a narration. Okay. Text is nothing but a narration. Been invoice posted. You can write. Or else if you want to write anything else, you can write it down. So what is the GL account you want to debit the expense? No, what type of the GL account you are debiting? You have to see the list of GLs which are there for this particular company code. If you press here, for the chart of accounts TM10, what are the GL accounts has been created by us that will be appears in front of us screen. So what GL account has to be debit audit fee I want to debit. Just debit with 10,000. It's not difficult task. That's we are just this is a data entry job only. Only the users that they have opting this seeing the invoice, the supplier name will be there. You will be selecting the supplier name, invoice date, posting date, and amount which was there in the invoice. It was been entered over here, and text is nothing but like the narration. We have to write it over here. After that, which GL account you are going to debit, like expenses debit, no? So what type of expense you are going to debit, you can see here by choosing this, the GL accounts which was created by us, it will be displayed over here. And within this the GL account, you can opt one of the GL account which is closely related to the invoice. So audit fee is the expense we are going to debit. So how much amount you are going to debit? 10,000 rupees you have to give here. And what are the text is there, you just copy this text and you can paste the text over here in this thing. So you paste it. This is the line item wise you are giving. Line item wise you are line item debit and credits you will be mentioning here. So this is the line item you have debited with the audit fee, and you have credited with the supplier. Why? Because he is giving the he is providing the invoice on credit basis. So we are liable to pay to the particular vendor on credit basis. So what we are going to do after this, just press enter. If you press enter, the posting period 003 2025 is not open for the variant TM10 and category less. So what do you mean by this and what do you understand by this error? By reading this, you will be understanding something. Please let me know that something I can explain elaborately. See, posting period 003 in year 2025 is not open for TM10. Means what? Anybody?
We have not opened the posting period for this month, sir. Is it?
Yes, yes, exactly. So the posting period is 003 is nothing but like as we are taken as a financial year as April to March, and April is the first month, May is the second month, third month is the June. So this month we are posting this month is June. As per the calendar year, June is the sixth month, but we are following the non-calendar year starting from the April to March. April is the first month, no? April is the first month, May is the second month, June is the third month. So this is the June month. So what we are going to do is like June month. As per the
You have to
system, June
create
month
the
is the
posting
third month.
period for the.
We have to open the posting period variant of the third month. So system is telling that you are not able to post this month. Why? Because this period is not open. This month is not open. So if you see here, the period 003 of the financial year 2025 is not open for the posting of the variant of posting period TM10. If you see here, the procedure is nothing but like you have to go with this path. So what's the path? Financial accounting, global settings, ledger, fiscal year and posting period, and open and close posting period. If you just press enter over there, and system will goes to this screen, open and close posting period. Just execute it here, and you give your own variant, like what variant you have given, TM10. Just press enter, and you can see here, these are the variants we have given. So for K, suppose for K, what we have to take it as a 3. This is the third month. We are opening the third month. Here, if you see here, second month is open. So that's the reason system is not allowing to post the transaction for the third month. Second month is, we can post. So second month May is closed. Now we are into June. So that's the reason I have opened the third month over here. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jigyasa?
Yes.
Okay. Now again we are going to post the transaction FB60. Just press enter. Who is the supplier? You can select from here the supplier. From whom you got the invoice, we have to see the list of the supplier which was there. So we got the supplier like PNP associate, we got the invoice, and today's date is the invoice date, and posting it also we are posting in the system today's date, and amount is 10,000. And if you see here, the text you have been given that narration being invoice posted, and GL account, for which GL account you are going to debit, means that you can see the list of GL account which was created by us under our company code. It will be visible over here, and the audit fee we can see here the debit, and whatever the amount you are giving here 10,000, just copy this 10,000, and always debit is always equal to the credit, so you have to give the same amount, and the text is same. Just give in the text column that same. Just press enter, and again it's showing some error. Posting period 003 is 2025 is not open for plus. Okay. Plus also you have to change. Just go open close posting period, plus means all accounts. Just execute it, and you give your posting period variant, put a tick mark over here, and plus also you have to change. Plus means all accounts. You have to give 3. And you just change all those things, like you can save. Yes. No, you can go. Just close this and just press enter. If you see here, this is a different error. In company code TM10, the number in 19 is missing for the year 2025. What do you mean by 19? Means like we have to give the number ranges. Means like system, while posting the transaction, system will generate the document number. So how the system will generate the document number if you are not giving any number, means how it will take the number. So system is telling that in company code. In company code means our company code is a legal in TM10. The number range is 19 is missing for the year 2025. So how to sort out this error means like 19. Now, what type of transaction we are posting? KR. KR means vendor invoice. So what we are doing is like we have to go with the document type /n OBA7 is the transaction code, and go to the position. Which type of document we are posting? KR means vendor invoice. Just put a tick mark, vendor invoice. Just select this line item, go to the details button. And if you see here, for vendor document type KR, nothing but a vendor invoice, system has been predefined as a KR. If you see here, number range is 19. System has been given 19. So we are creating the number range. So go to the number range. For our company code, we are creating the number range TM10, and you have to create the number range. So how to create the number range? Just press and press this insert item. Press symbol is there now. Insert line item. 19 is missing. 19 is nothing but 19 is predefined by the SAP for vendor invoice. When you are going to post any vendor invoice, system has taken as a reference of 19. 19 means vendor invoice. So how many invoice you are going to post? You have to give the numbers over here for this particular year. So if you see here 2025 for the year, I am giving here 2000, and 2999 is the number I am giving. Why? Because we have, while posting any invoice, the system generates the document number. So how the system will generate the document number without giving you numbers over there? So that's the reason I'm giving the numbers for the vendor invoice. If you are going to post vendor invoice, the vendor invoice number range has been given by the SAP is 19. For our company code, 19 is linking that for our company code. If you are going to post any vendor invoice, that will be taken into the consideration of 19 reference number range and 2025 for this year. From number 2 number, I am giving 2000 to 2999. From number 2 number means like from here to there, 1000 vendor invoices you can post. That's the I'm mentioning over here. So the system will take the reference number from here. They generate the document number. When you are going to post the vendor invoice, the vendor invoice document number has to be generated from this number to this number. First number 2000, second number 2000. Likewise, keep on creating the document numbers up to 2999. Understood? If you press enter, again it's telling that period 003 is not open for the type S and GL account. Yes. You have to go with this, and you can see here again you have to go with the OB52. Just new window /n OB52. Just press enter. What's the TM10? Just press enter. System is asking for S also. S is nothing but a GL account. So we are expenses like a GL account. No, for that also the system is asking 3 should be open in June month. So you have to save it. How many errors will come? That many errors we have to sort it out. Just press enter. If you press enter, these are the errors we have been sorted out. It came into the green color. Line is checked. And if you see here right hand side for vendor, this 7 vendor is there. No, the PNP associates address and all the details will be appears over the right hand side. So we have to go with the document and we have to simulate it. Simulation, why we have to do the simulation is to see the accounting entry, whether the accounting entry is correct or not. So if you see here, this is the header data consisting of document type, which type of document you are going to post it, like a vendor invoice. Vendor invoice is nothing but KR. K stands for vendor, R stands for invoice, KR is a vendor invoice. So which type of transaction you are doing? Vendor invoice, which was predefined by the SAP document type is KR. So now document number has not been generated. Why? Because we are seeing the accounting entry. So company code, for which company code you are posting the inventor invoice TM10. For fiscal year means financial year is 2025. Document date is today's date. Posting date is today's date. Period is 03. Why the period is nothing but a month. Which month we are posting? Third month. Even the June is the 6th month as per the calendar, January to December. But we are following the April to March. April is the first month, May is the second month, June is the third month. So document currency is INR. Line item wise display it be showing line item 1 and line item 2. If you see here PNP Associates, if PNP Associates is the supplier, is created with the posting key 31. The supplier number is 7. 10,000 we have taken into credit balance. So we are liable to pay to the PNP Associate. For what we are liable to pay the expenses, like we have debited the expenses of audit fee expenses 3000 rupees 3000 GL account number. Posting key is 40 for debit, GL account is 10,000 rupees. So you have to write it in a piece of paper. The type of document type is KR, is nothing but vendor invoice. Okay. 31 is the posting key for credit per vendor. You have to write it down. 31 is the posting key. 31 is the posting key credit for vendor. So you have to save it. If you save, the document number 2000 was posted in the company code TM10. System has taken the reference number 2000 and generated the document number. How it will be generated the document number means you can see here we have provided the number range for 19, 2000 to 2999. So if you go and see here again the 2000 to 2999. NR status means number range status. 2000 will come here. One of the number has been consumed from within this number range. So come back and you can see the 2000 will be appears over here. Why? Because document has been generated. If you post another vendor invoice, the 2001 will be come here. Why? Because +1 +1 +1 up to 2999 documents you can post the vendor invoices. So document number will be generated from the number range of the particular document type. Understood? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Got it, sir.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it? Okay. See once video and you will be understanding, or else you write it on a piece of paper and let me know where you are not able to understand, so that I will give very clear picture to you. So you also do the configuration, and at the time of doing the configuration, you will be knowing all those things. And when you are going to post one vendor invoice, you are much more confident. So these are the things you have to follow. Okay, is there any questions from anybody?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Omar,
So,
Rinku?
No, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay. I will send this recording today and I will send the document also today. So just practice it. If any doubts, any queries, we can ask in tomorrow session. So that's all for today. Have a good day. What? Do you want to say something?